Hey guys, Loman02, getting ready to do some cubing here. And it should be launching here momentarily as soon as we get the last player. We're doing league play because it's nice, easy, and handy. Now we can play as fast or as slow as we want. Hopefully this event kicks. There we go. Alright, well, I mean, there's not a lot of competition here. We're probably going to pick up the Mox Sapphire. It's the best Mox. Let's look at the rest of the pack, though. Trinket Mage is interesting with a Mox pickup. Tolarian Academy is also interesting with Mox. Goblin Guide if you're mono red, eh. Warm Power Stone, maybe a sign if it comes back, maybe it will be in the artifact deck. But let's just pick up it may even be a colorless mana source, but the free land drop right here in the Mox Sapphire. You know, there's a lot of artifacts in this. So there's Walking Ballista too. That's interesting. Um, yeah, let's just see. Kozilek's just a big thing. There's a lot of ways to cheat big things in. Also, Findhorn Elves, which is fine. I mean, it's obviously a lot better than Legacy Cube, where there's no power, but I'm not going to pass with the Sapphire. It would be cool if blue was open for once. There wasn't really a great blue card there. I mean, Trinket Mage's a fine blue card, but hmm, this is fishy. I'm going to pick this up. Impulse will probably be gone. Elspeth is very strong, though, too. So is Gideon. Like, these are all awesome Planeswalkers. Maybe I can get one of the two Planeswalkers back. They're both a significant white commitment. I'm going to pick up the Jace here, though. Strip Mine's sort of a consideration, but it'd be more speculative. I mean, it's a powerful card. Skull Clamp, extremely powerful too, but that's also speculative. It it rewards a lot of pickups of one drops, or like the Bitter Blossom. I think may have just been another pack we just saw. Pick up the Jace, strong card. Huh. I may be overcommitting to blue, but I kind of want this Cryptic Command too. Yeah, yeah, I'll pick it up. I can see an argument for treachery, but like I mean, treachery probably was the pick if this was the Legacy Cube. But I think I want some ways to say no. And given it's not a fast way to say no, it's a very powerful one. Yeah, I think the pick was definitely between for what we already have, treachery and cryptic command, and maybe there's an argument to treachery because cryptic command is so color intensive. But I feel like if someone sees it, they'll take it as a sign, possibly more than than cryptic command. Here, hmm, here's our first contentious pick. I think I think I'm gonna pick up the flooded strand here. I think mana fixing is going to be important. I don't have any dual lands yet. Gifts Ungiven is like, so if I want to go, if I was already like strong like Reanimator or like UB, I could take this. Trigon Predator would probably be the pick if the land wasn't here. But I want the options. A lot of red cards here. There's Entomb to go Reanimator, but I haven't seen any other strong support for it. Leovold's a cool card, but I don't want to commit myself to three colors, especially those three. I think I'm going to pick up the Venser here. I do like the Volcanic a lot too, but here the sword is interesting to me, but I want to keep on signaling blue is not available anymore. Interesting pack. I think, huh? I may go with the Silumgar. I don't know. Like, hmm. It's funny because like Silumgar, Deathrite, Painful Truths, and Tarmogoyf are all interesting to me. Tarmogoyf is not normally interesting to me. in cube, but it's very efficient. All right, blue has dried up. I think here, hmm, I think the pick is between Mana Confluence and Enlightened Tutor for us. I'm going to pick up the Enlightened Tutor. Just maybe we can do something powerful with it. And we already have the ability to splash with the Flood Strand into blue-white. Or maybe we could be at the beginnings of like some sort of Esper deck. Not a lot that I like here. Mm. Goblin Guide being here still is kind of a sign. White Weenie is generally always open, although I don't think it's a horrendous deck. I'm going to pick the guide up, and maybe we can go into some sort of like aggro control deck. We did pass the Volcanic Island, which I highly doubt will come back to us, though. Well, yeah, as we expected, one of these two came back to us. I think here, I'm going to commit to white. Then I see a Flame Tongue Tabu. Hmm. Hmm. All right, we'll pick this thing up. Koth is easily the most powerful card. Lightning Strike. All right. Terminate board. Painful Truths board. I think white dried up as well, or someone jumped into it. But red still appears fairly open, so here, well, do we just go for the Splinter Twin? I think we probably do. I mean, it's speculative, but I think we pick it up. This is a very strong deck archetype if it comes together for us. We're going to need more fixing. Um, I don't think Goblin Guide's the kind of card we want. And I really don't think Koth is either. Koth is very committed to being in his deck, which is red deck wins. Well, there's the P-Mite. I also like Shellback Isle quite a bit, but I think I'm going to pick up the combo. And there's a Wandering Fumarole. I think we pick it up over Burst Lightning and Mana Leak. Well, that's not per se. Mana Leak's also good early interaction. Yeah, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pass the non-fetchable land, the man land. I think black is clearly being cut. I don't think Painful Shrews or Terminate were signs that black was even remotely open. We'll be on the lookout for more cheap burn and more combos with the Splinter Twin, which we did pick up. We do have the combo now, which is a great out. We actually got had by that the other night on a pretty great mono green deck, but we couldn't really interact with Splinter Twin. And they just happened to have it, like I think in their initial 10 cards, either in their opener or they drew it in the first three. To complete that combo without any tutoring, which was rough beats. Okie doke. I think here the pick is between Phantasmal Image, which is a very fine card, and Young Pyromancer. I think Young Pyromancer is probably going to make the deck more of the time. I think there is less likelihood that Phantasmal Image turns the table, though. Yeah, I think we pick this thing up. And like I said, I'm not extremely excited about playing Goblin Guide or Koth, but the rest of the cards look pretty darn good. Wouldn't mind picking up a Deceiver Exarch as well. Definitely fights against Lightning Bolt. Okie doke. Well, I don't. So I have one, two, three counters. I think I'm going to be happier. I mean, the loot effect on that's pretty cool, but I think I'm going to be happier just with a Searing Spear. Just some simple burn, some early interaction. Um, there's mana fixing. Also a Signet. The Signet's probably the pick. Yeah, it's not Fire Drink Satyr or Dual Caster. Hollow Fountain is also cool, but like I'm pretty far off white at this point. The other Jace was also interesting, but I think I want the ramp. Actually, if the ramp wasn't in there, I think the other Jace would have been the pick. It's partially on color. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this out. I don't really care for this. This is, I don't know, it's interesting. Here. The Johnny is interesting because I could fix for it. I just passed the Hallowed Fountain though, and Tundra I don't know if it's available anymore or not. Or well, no, Moat. I can't cast a Moat. Chandra's also not a bad one. I think Mono Planeswalker deck. I really don't want to have this many 4-drops. I'm gonna pick up the Chandra though. I think Chandra is probably better in this deck than Koth is. Allows you to dig. If no Impulse did not come back, that would have been a great card in this deck. Just to find the combo pieces, and I don't believe Dig Through Time came back either. Although Dig Through Time, I'm not as impressed with in this format because it's just a lot harder to put stuff in the graveyard in this format. Okay, a lot of white cards. I think I'll pick up a Wasteland. Just against certain decks, it's going to be good, and I think my likelihood of being white is pretty low. Yeah. I do need to fill out the middle part of my curve, and ideally get a couple like just efficient 1-drop tutor effects. Not tutor effects. I'm sorry, but deck manipulation effects. Um, I think Caracas is probably the pick here. It is randomly great against some things. Maybe even just run it. Especially if the Ajani comes back around, because then that would give us, essentially, we could play one planes and have a lot of fixing for it. I don't know if the one planes is a good idea, but I guess then if we can fix for white, we could play Enlightened Tutor to enable getting our Splinter Twin, which is not a bad deal. Okay, Exquisite Firecraft is, I think, fine. It removes creatures. It removes mid-range creatures. Hey, this came back cool. I guess we were prescient and not grabbing it before. Although I did kind of like the option. But I don't think anyone else is in blue-red. I think there are certainly people in blue at the table. There may be one red drafter, another red drafter as well, but we're not getting cut hard on red. I guess Sorgs, I could play it in the right matchup. Although Sword of War and Peace on Pestermite's not a combo with Splinter Twin. Again, we're not going to play Empty the Warrens. If someone wants to put that deck together, good on them. I don't think it's per se that great. And the last pick, Wall of Omens. Cool. Wall of Omens is a cool card. Okie doke here. Remand or Steam Vents? I know it's heresy to pass fixing, but I think it may come around. We'll see. I know there's also the oh cool. Well here, I mean, Vendilion Click is a great card. But I think I want to control and then just win out of nowhere. So I think I'm going to pick up the Is It Signet. I don't think I want to beat down. Like I've already cut like kind of my beat down cards. I'm just playing control cards so I can get to this combo and just win randomly out of nowhere. Or I could Jace kill. I guess Chandra's a thing too, but Could just burn them out. That is one thing this deck can randomly do sometimes, just burn them out. I really do hope that Steam Vents comes around, but because the Wandering Fumarole did, and although it is fetchable, I think it's going to be good. Ooh, Counterspell. Yeah, Counterspell get in there. I wouldn't mind the Fiery Confluence or the Mizium Mortars coming back. But I definitely do want that Steam Vents. Again, it is a higher pickup than Wandering Fumarole because it is tutorable by fetch lands, which may have meant it was a better pickup. But I think it's also crucial that I just buy myself a lot of time. And I think these cheap counter spells are going to be high picks in the cube. I think a lot of people tend to value them pretty highly in this cube, and whether they're right or not for their deck, but I think they are right for this deck because what we're trying to do is just dig into the deck, buy more time. We've got 40 cards, so I mean, getting one deeper is pretty relevant. Dak Phaeton, yeah, yeah. I actually like Dak Phaeton quite a bit, especially in my curve where my curve's at now. I think Muldrifter is the pickup here. Show and Tell is sweet. Eureka is sweet, but Muldrifter it is for us. Maybe it's a Siege Gang here. It could be Siege Gang or it could be Guttersnipe. I think I'm gonna pick up the Gang though. Another 5-drop. I mean, really, Muldrifter's a 3 or a 5-drop. I'll put it over here because I think I'm most likely to cast it here based on this deck's curve already. We do have the Caracas Venser combo if we wanted to put that in the deck. Then maybe a little too Timmy though. No, if I'm not mistaken, this should be our pack, our first pack coming back to us now, or like the right before the first pack. We're 22, yeah, 22-14. Yeah, no, we have two more. I'm sorry, two more packs until our initial comes back, and we'll see if that Steam Vents is still available. I don't know if this will be. So I think blue red is one of the strongest decks in the cube. I don't know if this will end up being that strong, but it feels pretty good so far. I think Electrolyze is just where we want to be. Dig and kind of early removal and interaction. Now the moment of truth. Did someone pick up our fetchable fixing? They probably did. Yeah, they did. But we get this guy back, and he is fine. I may play him over Siege Gang. Well, I guess I don't need to cut anything yet. So I have two ways of making the Splinter Twin great. Someone else pick up the Deceiver Exarch, or it just didn't show up in the packs. I don't know what they would want it for. Maybe they found a Kiki Jiki. But at that point, like I think we have most of the cards that make this deck work, most of the good ones. Um, so I like where we're sitting. The Zealous Conscripts is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet pickup because Firebolt. That's actually very sweet as well. It's my first 1-drop. That is what this deck is missing. Is like the Ponders, the Preordains, Serum Visions to a lesser extent. I don't even know if it's in the cube. Far less powerful than both the other two. Brainstorm, but Brainstorm would not be phenomenal. This deck got one fetch land. Okay, I think Mizium Mortars for the board. Although Fiery Confluence is also very interesting. They have a way of destroying artifacts right now. Not really. Could cut her. No, I think. Hmm. Yeah, we'll pick this up. We'll pick this little guy up too. Card's fine. Abbott, not going to start it, but pick it up. You know, they're honestly, I guess, I mean, we picked this up just in case we really want to splash it. I guess we cut off the Boral Signet and then random aggro creature. Okay, so we're at 23 here. which means we can play a 17 land deck. We could probably go to 16 with the given the mocks. Question is, do I want more like little one-drop threats? Because this deck could just randomly burn people out. Yeah, 7-8 split. So fixing is not great, but not horrendous either. I mean, we've got this for fixing, we've got this for blue, blue, red. I think we can run this. Depending on what we're facing, if we're facing other control decks, we could actually go with an aggro package and just like put in the Swift Spear and the Goblin Guide in the core or in the Fire Drink Satyr and just like flesh out the lower part of our curve and just kind of get in there. But I think this is going to be pretty good. I think 17 is right because we have a lot of dig, so we can get through the lands. And we're going to want to have mana. We actually have quite a few counter spells. Plus, we have a Dak Faden, so we can dig through it that way. Jace the Mind Sculptor to find live draws. Mole Drifter for draw. Cryptic Command also for draw. Would have been nice to pick up an Ancestral Recall, but isn't it always? Yeah, Jace. I mean, we have enough draw. So let's get to our first game here. I think we drafted a pretty good one. Okie doke. I think we mull this with just one red source in the hand. And we'll keep this. I don't want Venser right now. I actually just want to hit lands, I think. And we'll have 6 through their turn. We don't have Force of Will. We'll probably lead with the blue source just in case we need a daze. I'm going to be loath to do that though. I kind of want to save the daze for like a 3-drop, so I can get Young Pyromancer down. Cool, nothing. And if we're really lucky, they'll try to use a 2-mana burn spell to kill my Young Pyromancer, and I can daze it and kind of generate some tempo from the tempo loss and losing my land. So if there's like a 3-damage, 2-mana instant speed burn spell here, I think we can probably look to Mise them with the daze. Nope. Okay. Well, I will most likely daze whatever it is they play here, unless it's something I can kill. Yeah, it's just that. Well, that stinks. Okay. I'm not gonna daze there. Especially with Splinter Twin in hand. Oh, they have nothing. I'm fine with that. Ooh, counterspell. Cool. Well, I'm fine with this game. Now all I need to do is draw one of my combo pieces and kind of just go off. Man, they're missing pretty hard. So they obviously have ways of dealing with weenie creatures like Pyromancer. Did not get much value off that guy. Yeah, we'll play this out. Don't have any instant speed red, but feel pretty good here though. They're doing absolutely nothing, and we're building up our mana base. You know, they may be discarding this turn. We'll see. Yeah, it's fine. Ideally, if we draw the Pestermite, I'm going to wait for a turn where all of their red mana is tied up. Well, we're just going to start drawing lands, which is fine. I mean, we have a lot of mana in the deck. Pretty much most things within the land at this point are a live draw. Still nothing. They discarding? You can attack me. That's not a fast enough clock, but I'm really concerned about a 1-1. There's no way I was countering that. I mean, I guess it kind of was his land drop for last turn, but I don't feel like that's how this deck's going to win more games. All right, nothing. Discard. It's a rough draw. Rakdos, a return. Okie doke. Go ahead. So there's some sort of Jund deck. Well, I'm obviously flooded. They are obviously screwed quite horrifically. Channel. No, I don't want to do that. Seems kind of silly to jam that into a bunch of open blue mana to me, but gotta counter it. Days is probably a little better now because we got rid of the channel. Channel's a must counter though, so they just have the Emrakul. They're gonna just win. I'll daze him here. I think they missed land again, and they're trying to find land. Oh, there's the combo. If we're lucky, they'll tap out for something, though. They tap out for something, we just win. Because it doesn't have haste, I can't just do it right here. Okay. Still not doing anything. I'm going to wait. Cool. I can counter their next play. Yeah, I don't think it was smart to throw the Pestermite out there. I mean, I'm going to tap the red source in response, and he's going to probably cast something and just kill it with the mana before it's used up, which is pretty miserable. Cool. That's kind of what we're hoping to have happen. Actually, I don't need to counter this. I'm being silly. If he left the red open, that's what I was going to do. So we'll just play this thing out. I mean, I could tap the Polukranos, probably the strongest play. I'm just going to untap a land and just pretend I have something to do. I don't, but he's already played his land drop this turn. You can have your Mighty Polukranos. I am fine with that. And game. I presume. I don't think Gut Shot is in the cube. Is he going to make me do it? Please don't be one of those people. This does take a lot of clicking. I guess for Pestermite, only 10 clicks. Thank you. Alrighty. So, I don't think I want to go more aggro. I think I just want to counter his stuff and combo him out. Because it looks like he's on a Jund-based deck. He can attack my hand because he has Rakdos Return, right? Which is a good one, but it didn't look like his fixing was that good, or maybe he's running too few lands. I don't know. I mean, either way, he had a bad draw. Maybe he just had a bad draw, too. Maybe his deck's built just fine. Yeah, this hand's great. Keep. Hope to see a turn on Manadork so we can bolt it. Go into 5 on the play. Yuck. All right, 6 on the play. Turn 1 Manadork, please. Do it? Nope. Okay, not doing it. All right, combo naturally in hand. Cool. Gonna be loath to play the Signet out now. Roflos? Nope. Well, he's giving me a lot of time here, I think. And we're Luxax. I mean, this hand just obviously wins if we play intelligently. If we get channeled here, we could lose. It's like channel Emrakul, we just lose the game, right? Can't counter it here. Wow. It's a powerful hand. Could be getting Rakdos Return, or is he going to channel into Rakdos Return? Okay, a Polukranos. Hopefully he taps out for some other nonsense. He doesn't have to here, though. But we could just beat him up with his own Polukranos, though. It's unfortunate I can't monstrous myself for like 0, just to make it so he can't do it, because I couldn't cast the Pester Bite there without losing it to his Pelucranos. Yeah. Be really cool if we tapped out for something else, though. Then we could just win the game. Or if he just doesn't have a way to kill this thing, we could win the game. Or if he Rakdos returns us, he can Rakdos return for 4 right now. If he has a land drop, all of it. Well, let's hope he doesn't have a land drop if that's the play. Because then we lose the whole hand. But if we can keep the Splinter Twin, I think we're live. Live for a win. Okay, he's going to spend. Oh, he's going to activate the Pelucranos. Cool. This is cool. He's going to kill it with. No, he's not going to do that. That's 1. Okay, I guess he could do that. And then bang in there for 7. And then we bolt the Elves of the Deep Shadow and tap the Pelucranos. Yeah, it makes sense to me. So we're going to lose like half our life here or close to it. All right, so yeah, does an extra damage to the 3/3. Yeah, and both get in there. Makes sense. Ooh. What does this mean? It means we can counter and bounce. I don't really want to lose the Pelucranos here. I'm sorry, the Pester Mite. I'm going to tap it here. This is risky, so I mean, I would have been happy with Remand probably. Because we know he has Rakdos, Rakdos, whatever it is, Rakdos Return. That's what he casts here. That's a beating. He just casts some like beater. Okay, he turns my thing into a tree, which is funny. Because actually, we can use that to our advantage. We can recast, so we can bounce our tree, or we can just bounce the Song of the Dry, or correction. So tap all creatures and bounce. Or better, we could just counter spell. I think I'm going to take, so we know he has Jet, or he has he has Bolt. Bolt with land means we're dead. We'll do this. Do you have Rakdos return? That's a beating if you do. Okay. Counterspell? No. No, do you have a kill spell for it? No, you don't. Or if you do, you're just slow rolling me, I guess. I think we had to go for it there. I think it made the most sense because he obviously has Burn in his deck. And we know he has Firebolt and Rakdos return. There's a concession. Okie doke. Good games, opponent. Let's go on to the next round. Deck seemed like it performed pretty well there. Alrighty, match found. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, good hand. I like the remand. Lead off with an island. Maybe we shouldn't have because of strip mine. But YOLO. No turn one. Cool. Well, I'll be happy if I face green decks all day. I'm going to leave up the remand here. Or am I? Because, like, Rofilos is beating. Rofilos I probably can't beat here. Nothing. Okay. Cool. Play this out. Well, they're obviously blue-green, so, like, blue-green opposition, maybe. Ooh, Shardless Agent. I'm not going to counterspell either of these. That's a good one against counter magic. But neither of those cards are like extremely high impact in and of themselves. Maybe if we're lucky, we get to pop the. I don't really want to pop that Shardless Agent back into hand. Yeah, let's just do this. I'm just gonna play out the Pyromancer, force him to play around as much counter magic as I can. I obviously only have remand, but I don't want to let him know that. Yeah, no thanks. Probably attack first if you're gonna attack. No thanks. There is a question here as to whether we play the Siege Gang or leave up the Venser. Could also play the Zealous Conscripts, but that doesn't seem good to me. I think I'm just going to Venser him here. Yeah, attack first. That makes sense. I actually have a counter spell here, though. Nope, good. Take it. You can counter my Venser if you like. I don't really care about that. I'm going to pop one of the islands back into hand, though. I'm going to counter it. I'm going to play a Venser of his own. Oh, okay. Nope, that's good value. Now we have kind of an interesting play next turn. If the opponent goes for the Garrick during their first main, maybe we can get him. Okay. I'll remand this even though they can recast it, put a 5/6 on the board. Or they can counter here. Force of Will. Cool. Force of Will happens then. All right. Cool tempo-y deck. We're going to see this thing flip, getting back to Mystic Confluence, my assumption would be. And the trick here, I think, is going to be to get him to take the Jace. We'll see. He may tap out for some nonsense. Okie doke. You can counter this if you like. Evidently, he does not like. Got lethal next turn, very easily. Yeah, we may just be handily out-tempoed here. It's unfortunate. Opponent's deck seems pretty cool. Draw's also been pretty strong, though, too. I mean, all we can do is try to block. And they can bounce and do 9. Yeah, we really need some burn. Huh. Well, I guess we jam out the old Siege Gang, and, heck, let's just play this out, too. Might as well. They could counter this, even. And there's a Siege Gang counter, I presume. I mean, you counter this. That's 100%. Probably bounce the might just in case there's some shenanigans. No, evidently he does not. Nope. Okay, and that's game. We can't win here because they'll fire up the Lumbering Falls and attack in for 9. And that's the game. I tried blocking with the Wonder of Humor, but he just bounces both my critters then. So yeah, Mystic Confluence by 2 is a rough card. So, what do we think? Fiery Confluence is interesting. It's a Wrath effect. I think we can just do better out of this deck. Out of our deck. I think it's fine as is, though. I don't think we want another 4 mana spell, burn spell. I think we want to be as low to the ground as possible and just not get Mystic Confluence twice. Sands a key. It's on the play. It's nice. We do need to draw another island, but there's a lot of them in the deck. Go ahead. No Terminal Mana Dork? One time? Nope, Terminal Mana Dork. No, Remand's nice. Not going to bother with it here, though. I'm going to just get this guy on ground and say go. And hopefully draw any land so we can burn off his elves. Okie doke. I'll burn off both these elves now. Cool. Well, let's limit mana. Not blocking here. Cool. Can't think of a flash bear I'm worried about here. Miss land. Rough. Hits land. I'll remand this. Nope, need land. Land? Land. Cool. I think here we're just going to go for the high tempo play. And hope to hit an island next turn, because Cryptic Command would be good. Young Peas, he's doing his thing here. Yeah, still no thank you. Oh, he got us to reveal, I think. Did I reveal? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. All right. I'm pretty sure our opponent has the card opposition in their deck. That looks like a perfect shell for it. It's definitely like a card that could have been first picked, and that entire shell was built around it. UG is up there as well in my estimate of decks in the cube. So we have a game on our hands for sure. Because I think UR is a little better, but I think UG is also very good, especially when you have opposition in there. This hand's a keep. I don't like days as much on the draw, and the opponent's going down. Oh, to 3 cards? 4 cards? Yes. Jace the Mind Sculptor, never a bad one. Why would you fetch there if you didn't have another land? That seems kind of weak to me. And come on, blue land. I think we still do this, but red land's fine. Okay. A den protector, it's fine. Concession? Yeah, okay. Okay, well, that last game was not really much of a game because we had a full hand and opponent rolled to 4. Not good. So, end up getting them there. I think we got lucky, though. The second game we just definitively won. And that game was not clear whether we were going to win or lose if they were on 7. But, yeah. Draw is a thing. But both decks seem pretty good. I think both those decks, I think our deck and the opponent's deck both seem pretty strong. I didn't see the opposition out of them, but I assume it's there. A lot of great tempo cards, though. Like, they have the Mystic Confluence, which is a card I would really love to have in this deck. That's a beast of a card. It's also nasty when, like, they have, like, Den Protectors getting it back. Just a huge beating. It's just a many for one card advantage engine. If I had to choose between Mystic Confluence or Jace, probably Jace, but they're close, actually. I mean, they're not that close. Jace is definitely better. He's definitively better, but Mystic Confluence is one of those more recent cards that was printed that is ridiculous. Alrighty, well, last round. Hand's good. Rather have it on the play, but go ahead. Discard, please. No. Yep, discard. Probably getting the remand. Maybe the chase. Remand, yeah, okay. Okie doke. Well, we'll play this out just in case they're running a strip mine. Oh, they hung on Lotus Petal too. Cool. It'd be really cool if I could Venser that. I don't think I'm going to be able to. It's a 2. Ooh, they're out of land. Actually, I can. Yeah, as long as I don't get like him to Turek or something. Or like Wastelanded. Not Wastelanded, I'm sorry, Strip Mind. Which is pretty, that's pretty beast mode. That was a good draw there, if you didn't know that already. I'd love to play that out, and I'd love to play the Jace out, but I am definitely venturing the Lotus Bloom. That is a beat. You can have your pedal back, or your bloom back, rather. So much tempo, especially when they kept a hand like this. I'll let him seal for a land. I mean, that's a horrendous card against Jace, and I can just put the land back on the bottom. Yep, there we go. So happens when you keep greedy one sometimes. He even knew what our hand was too. I mean, I guess we did might as well. We might as very well actually. It's for a Storm combo deck. It looks like it's for a combo deck. Let's see more of his deck. I've seen literally Swamp, Lotus Bloom, and Imperial Seal. That's it. I assume combo. When you're playing Imperial Seal, I assume combo, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll keep it. It's not phenomenal, but actually, I can go with turn one Boros Signet. We'll keep. I mean, we could just get discarded here, which would be fine, actually. I mean, all right, Lotus Bloom again. Nothing? What is the opponent up to? I don't get it. Oh, he missed his land drop and it has it? Or just keep a random, like, Lotus. Do you think it was Lotus? He may have thought it was Lotus. Maybe he has Lotus in his deck. Play this land out, and we'll probably zap whatever his play is. This is down to one counter. Look for some sea magic. No, Splinter Twin though. Well, what have you got, opponent? Nope. What have you got off that bloom? There was an argument to attacking with the Wandering Fumarole there. I don't think per se a very strong one, but there was an argument, that's for sure. Okie doke. I would assume getting Lotus. I think he probably thought this was the Lotus. Yeah, Black Lotus in his deck. Lotus Bloom and Black Lotus look pretty similar, so I could see how that could happen. Okie doke. Well, you have a 6-drop. It's pretty all in. Oh, Time Spiral. Well, that's embarrassing because it probably would have been better just to leave All right. Probably would have been just better to leave up counter magic there as opposed to bolting his face, but just get the island here. Thin the deck a bit. Not going to attack. Going to leave up Cryptic Command here, I think. And then we've got another turn of it. Cryptic Command plus... Yeah, we do have also... we also have Mana Leak, but it's kind of awkward because... Yeah, I'm going to attack. I'll allow it. Some sort of High Tide deck. I feel pretty good about this matchup. I think whatever their deck is sweet. I do not think it has had to play Counterspell against Counterspells yet. I don't think it can really beat Counterspells. You need to attack me for 2. Yeah, there's some sort of High Tide Storm deck. Grixis Storm deck. You could pick up there. I'll go for Siege Gang here, I think, with Counterspell backup. Fine with that. You got Yawgmoth's Will in hand. That'd be my guess. Yawgwill? Ooh, Tinker. Can't go. You have black mana left, so is that enough? Now you get to see my deck. Could always swore. Yeah, I'll sacrifice it to its own ability. Yeah, I couldn't have quite. I guess I could have killed this turn if I just thrown them all. I want to see more of his deck. He's seen a lot of mine. Okie doke. Well, guys, we won the league. Hope you guys enjoyed the video series. Blue red, blue green. I think are the two strongest decks in the format. Green ram's pretty cool too. And there's some cooler combo decks like the one we just saw, but they just can't be counter spells if you have counter spells. So that's why I think blue red tends to be one of the better decks, even though it's a little more innocuous than some of like the more like the stuff he was just doing, the player we're just playing. But this is a Vintage Cube. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care.